Hello everyone, in this tutorial we're going to show you how you can create a ZipMail. First, it's important to note that in order to create a ZipMail you have to be a registered user. So if you haven't already done so, you can register for free right now just by clicking this registration button at the top. But if you are already registered, go ahead and click the login button. So I'll go ahead and log in. Now that I'm logged in, just as a side note, every time you log in, you'll get this little message that pops up that encourages you to fully complete your profile so that you can have the most functionality possible. I've already done that, so I'll just click OK. So now to create a ZipMail, I'm going to come down here to this blue button that says Create a ZipMail, and I'm going to go ahead and click that. Now I've got some options. My ZipMail gives me the ability to send a ZipMail to my zip code, to the city that I live in, to the county that I live in, state, or the entire good old US of A. So to send a zip note to my zip code, the system already knows what zip code I live in, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep it to the zip code. And I'll talk about some of these other things a bit later on in further tutorials, but just to note that I can also send a zip note to only people who live in my zip code. So if I click private to the zip code, that means that the only people who can see this zip note are people who actually live in 92646. So that's kind of handy if I'm trying to limit the exposure to my zip note. There's some other options for household. If my neighbor lives across the street and I don't know his email address, I can send him a zip note to his household. I can also send personalized zip notes to an alias. I can specify how long my zip note is going to be valid for. By default, it's good for a whole year, but if this is a limited message, then I can narrow this down and say, hey, I only want this zip note to be valid for, let's say, 10 days. I must choose a category for my zip note, and we have several categories that you can choose from. So I'm going to say, I'm going to sell my old iPhone. So I'm going to choose electronics for sale. I'm going to say iPhone 5 for sale. If I had a link to some images, I could put in a hot link here, so when my zip note was clicked to, it could go to another web page. I'm going to leave that blank for now. Now I can put in some details about my iPhone. I'm not going to bother to put that in though right now, but I can type it in. Well, I guess I will put in something. So I'm just going to say almost new phone for sale. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put in $200 for it. Now I could, if I had like a YouTube video that actually linked to my phone, I could put that YouTube video here. I could also upload a document if I like. I'm just gonna go next. Now, typically when you're selling something, it's a good idea to have some pictures. So if I click Add Files, it's going out to my local drive, and I could include some photographs of my iPhone. This is really not an iPhone photo, but that burger looks pretty good. So I'll put the burger in, and then now I'm going to go ahead and hit Start to actually upload that image. So there it is. My ZipMail gives you the ability to upload up to 6 pictures, so I'll hit Save. And now my iPhone 5 for sale zip note is posted to my zip code. So now if I go back to home, and if I go ahead and put in my zip code, 92646, and I hit search, what do you know? There's the iPhone 5 for sale, and if I click on it, there's my image. If I double click, ooh, I get a really big image, and this burger is making me hungry. It also shows me a rough Google Map spot of where this iPhone is for sale. And if I was a user looking at this and I thought, oh wow, that is a pretty good looking iPhone for sale, if you go in here, you can put in a comment to send it back to the person who posted it to get some maybe more information. I can also share this post via other social media networks. I can email it to a friend. So that's it. That is how you create a zip note. Pretty easy. Okay, until next time, take care.